What's going on, guys? MariK here, back with another Dragon Ball Super video. Today we're going to be taking a look at the top 5 blue Unison cards for the Dragon Ball Super card game. Now again, this is just our personal opinions. I do believe that these are the top 5 best blue Unisons. However, the order is, up to personal preference because I try to stay as unbiased as possible, but honestly, you guys know which one I would put up in the number 1 slot if I was not ignoring that bias. But without further ado, let's jump right into it. Number 5. Raditz Giant Force. Now, you might be wondering why. Some of you I've already seen love this card. Some of you don't exactly think it's that great. Here's why I think it's good. While it doesn't get the ability to add markers to itself, it does get you free card advantage, gets you an attack every turn, and gets you 2 blocks. And honestly, that's not bad. So, first, they activate main, draw a card, at the end of the turn, switch into active mode. So you draw a card, you get to attack, keeps up your card advantage. Every time once per turn, when he activates blocker, you can switch him to active mode. So that's 2 blocks that he gets. And his -2 is a pretty solid ability. You choose a battle card, bounce it back to your opponent's hand, and then at the end of the turn, you switch a blue energy to active mode and give you more defensive power. All in all, he's a pretty solid Unison card. I mean, he gets you an extra draw every turn. You get to attack with him and defend twice. And so he gives you a reason to play him because you can use him on both turns, and that's something that a lot of Unison cards don't really get as well as I feel like he does. Number 4. Super Saiyan Gotenks Absolute Unison. Now, for those of you that have been around long enough, you guys know that I would put this one much higher on the list. I still feel like he has to be in top 5, though. This card's just so good, he doesn't get a lot of the credit that he deserves. Now, I understand you don't get to add markers to him with his ability, but he's got dual attack, he's got blocker, so you can either KO 2 different things, or you can attack with him and then keep him back in active mode to use blocker on the following turn. -2, draw 2 cards, that's pretty solid, 2 free cards, and his other activate main, the -3, putting 2 cards on the bottom of your opponent's deck, regardless of barrier, regardless of their power, their energy cost. Gotenks doesn't care. He says, get the fuck out. And I really, really like that. Now, the downside is you kind of have to figure out for yourself how you want to take advantage of this card. I mean, all in all, dual attack and blocker are great abilities to have. You could just do that and just play him. Go, okay, -2, I'll draw 2. -2, I'll draw 2. And then, just be done with him. But there are cards that, add markers to your cards, and granted, you could wait to play him for 5, and then that way you get the -3 ability and then the -2, but 5 energies is it's a lot. Now granted, he's blue, and that's the perfect color to be playing ramp and stuff, but that 4 specified cost, I feel, is what holds this card back from being a much, much better competitive Unison card. Number 3. Vegeta Pursuit of Power. I like this one better than the Super Saiyan 3 for a few reasons. The biggest one being that I feel like he just has a better activate main. His permanent is more or less the same, just different wording. And, this one allows you to add a marker by switching one of your cards to rest mode. Not a super big deal there. He's specified cost of 2, and then his activate main is 2, so play him on turn 2, activate main, bam, activate main again, bam. You've got 2 shots that you can pull the trigger on to bounce 2 cards to the bottom of the owner's deck. So that, I feel like, is pretty solid. And I feel like the only reason that the Super Saiyan 3 Gogeta has a higher price tag is because it is a promo. I understand why people like it. I strongly disagree with it being better than the Pursuit of Power. Number 2. King Vegeta Giant Force. Now, I'm not going to lie. I really wanted to put this in number 1. Granted, I barely like Vegeta, let alone King Vegeta. And as far as the Great Apes go, Bardock's my favorite. But this card is just too good. With a specified cost of 2, you can play him fairly early. Activate main lets you, bounce a card back to your opponent's hand. So you're slowing down their momentum as early as turn 2. That's not bad at all. His -3 ability is just as fucking good. And actually, personally, I think it's really strange that his activate main, his minus ability, has a much smaller energy cost than all the others. Like the green, the red, the yellow is all like 3 or 4 of the colored energy, and then X other. But nah, King Vegeta says, I'm the king of the damn Saiyans. 1 blue energy, and however many other. And then you're either drawing that many cards, or you're bouncing that many cards to the bottom of the opponent's deck. So if they play an aggro build that goes wide, you can shut down their entire strategy with that one play. This card is just so freaking good, and I feel like it's going to easily be the most expensive of the blue Unison cards. Number 1. Now, I'm sure a lot of you were probably expecting me to put the Bardock Ape leader here. I thought about it. I really did. But here's why I did not. Because while I do feel like that is a great leader and a fantastic leader for Bardock Crew, that's really as far as it goes is for Bardock Crew. Its other ability to negate an attack's not terrible, but that's all it would be at that point. So, first place is naturally going to go to Zeno Cosmic Unison. Of course, Zeno gets the first place slot, because if I risk giving him any other slot, I might get erased. So, but in all seriousness, this is a fantastic Unison. It specifies if your leader is mono blue, but aside from the one, no, not even one. Nobody plays either of the blue multicolor leaders anymore. So, if you're running a blue leader, it's going to be mono blue. But it lets you just get a free energy for the turn. And granted, you're going to lose it, but it gives you a free energy to use for the turn, furthering your plays and allowing you to make those plays earlier. His other activate main is basically a board wipe. So as long as you don't invest too much, then you're always going to come out in card advantage against your opponent with this play. Personally, it's not my favorite blue Unison, but I honestly feel like it does deserve to hold that first place title. So that's where we're going to go ahead and wrap up this video. Let me know what you guys think of the blue Unison cards and which one you think holds the number 1 slot as far as what is the best overall blue Unison card. It does hurt me that we didn't add Bardock, and also that he's the only one of the 3 Great Apes that did not get added to this list. But honestly, these cards were just better. Like, when it comes to colors, blue gets great love and hate by the ban list. and blue gets good support. But that's where we're going to go ahead and wrap up this video. If you guys enjoyed, feel free to let me know in the comments down below. What do you think is the best blue Unison card? Honestly, I feel like blue is one of those colors that gets better support because Bandai just seems to love it, even though it seems to hate on it when it comes to ban lists and such. But blue just seems to be one of the better supported colors. And when it came to doing a list on the, top 5 blue Unisons, there was just so many more good blue Unisons than there were in, say, like, red, for example. That just, even though red gets character favoritism, red just doesn't get the best support overall, I think. But let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. I would love to hear your thoughts. With that, we're going to go ahead and get the frig out of here, and we'll see you guys in the next video.